Good evening, Gman Division 5D of ReBBL. This is your week 4 recap. And obviously with me, I have the one and only, the Rat King himself, Crystal Hunter. Evening, Crystal.
Yeah, good evening, buddy. Good evening, everyone. This is actually recap take 2, right, Bernie?
Yes. We obviously missed a week, and it's the first time we've ever missed a week due to real life issues and everything else, but we won't go into. So what we did on Wednesday, we got together and said, right, this, because I do 2 recaps, okay? Hunter he's lucky he only gets to do the one, but obviously I do another one as well. And I said to Hunter, right, we've got to get this done first before we do the other one, and let's make it a bumper show. We'll go through both the weeks, and we're going to in depth with them. And we got 3 quarters into the recap, and then in my city, the electric went out all over the place, blowout. So everything just shut off all around, and obviously when the electric did come back on, it corrupted the file, and it was no good. So I am really peeved off because obviously I don't like missing a recap week. Nothing I could do about it. So that made me a bit salty. And then obviously for us to get some really good content, and then for that to happen, oh man, I was so fuming. And the thing is, I've got a recap, I've got other things to do, so we are going to go through it as best we can, but we are pushed for time, so my apologies. Hopefully next week, and especially my shifts next week are a lot more better for me. We will have no issues, hopefully.
And maybe someone else can get on the show as well on the next week, like a guest or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
We've had a lot of good laughs and jokes and stuff with people like you viewers come on to our show and stuff like that. So it'd be nice to get a few of you guys onto the show. So if you want to come on, message myself, obviously Ben on Discord or Crystal on Discord, and we'll get you one. We usually try and recap on a Wednesday, look for that. Although next week, I think if need to, I can do on a Thursday if we get another guy. But so interesting indeed. Regarding ReBBL ourselves, you've done alright and you've won a few. You lost one, then you beat some goblins last week, didn't you?
Yeah, I beat some goblins and I lost one of my Twitter runners, but he was already AFU6, so I was already planning to replace it. But it was a kind of expectable win, although the coach is quite good. Like he and there is like a kind of an expert on stunty teams. And I had to be a little bit careful, but yeah, knowing that it all went fine, and I won 2-1. And you played your game from this week, of course, but how did last week go?
Yeah, I obviously I've made no secret that I don't believe people say it's chore, blah blah blah, but you could basically pick any race you want, and I've been very I say outspoken, I suppose. Not too much, but I wasn't happy that my Chorf team was going right up to Division 2 and then getting to the Achilles team, and obviously I had Nagel the first 3 weeks. My team got broken. I played Lizards week 4, 3 AM I played them. I should have won 2-0. I was a bit tired, tried to stall for another turn, blew it, drew 1-1. So, wasn't in too well. I wasn't happy, but I then played this week at 7:30 this morning, because I'm in the American time zone at the moment. And I played a guy who had not been beat. He was top of my Division 2. Won 3, drew 1, lost none. He had a movement 10, a point and click high elf catcher, a strength 5 frenzy catcher, a mighty blow pylon blitzer, and loads of other good stuff. And I think he just had to turn up and win. Cut the story short, I actually beat him. What was amazing.
Well, there you go. Good job.
I pitch played him. So,
nice.
I'm feeling pretty good with that. I think it was more of like, I'm thinking obviously re-roll next season, so my mind's not been totally focused on it, but sometimes when you throw a game away, and I it's very rare I'll throw a game away, and sometimes like that really changed your mindset. So obviously when I was going into this game, I was like, right, this is fucking going to get done. We're going to put up a proper show this time. And obviously it helps the other teams chase for the playoffs if I beat him as well. So, my team's not kill team. It's got 2 claw, and that's it, and loads of broken pieces. So I was really happy, and it's it's just Blood Bowl, isn't it? You just never know. You just got to keep trying. So anyone who had stocks in me, really happy. Somebody a quickie who I do another recap with, I turned around to him and said, look, first 3 weeks, don't buy my shares. I already have Bernie. Okay, get rid of them. Didn't get rid of them. He waited till this week to get rid of them, and this was the week I won. And he's like, why are you winning when I got rid of your shares? I said, I told you. After 3 Nagels, buy then, because I'll either draw or win a lot of them. I really fancy if I've got a team left. You know, the money you would have made this week if you'd have just kept with them. So, you know, what can you do? Like, you know,
Oh, that's quickie for you.
yeah, so he's like, bloody hell, Bernie, but hey. Anyway, so that's that out the way. One thing I'm going to ask now before I forget, before we get on to everything else, is I'm not going to name the league, but what makes a kill team? I want you guys to message me, or you can message Hunter, and tell me what you think a kill team is. Because we've had a lot of heated discussion in a certain league about this. Does 3 Mighty Blow claw pieces count as a kill team for Nagel?
What does the winner get, Bernie? Does he get a fridge?
The winner? Oh,
yeah.
If you win, Hunter will give you a sexy lap dance. Boom. Can't say it fairer than that. But it just opened up a lot of discussions, because I've got like people like with 7 Mighty Blow. I had an Oak team, I had only 8 players. 7 had Mighty Blow and the other one had Dirty Player. That was okay, but me having 3 Mighty Blow and Claw was a kill team. But the Oaks with 7 Mighty Blow wasn't. Figure that one out. So I want to know what you think. Personally, me, I think kill teams are either like Gengar's, what's hilarious, where it's just Mighty Blow, Claw, Pom, on everything. Forget short hands and all that stuff. And basically breaking a team. Even when you've won the game, you keep breaking and just trying to rip everything apart. More of the time, you're just trying to destroy the team and forget about the result. That's what I call a kill team. I don't call 3 Mighty Blow claw pieces a kill team. And only one of those has Paragon.
You totally lagged out for me there. But yeah, generally for me, like, I don't know if you want me to answer the question, but basically for me, it's like a team that totally gives up any form of utility, like guard, tackle, maybe even sure hands sometimes, to go for a full-on Mighty Blow Claw team. Yeah. So basically, they pick up skills that just try to injure their opponent instead of having something that helps positionally or helps with carrying the ball or anything else, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So that's the difference for me. Like, you can have you can have like 3 or 4 players with Claw and Mighty Blow. Still doesn't make it a kill team if you have some utility next to it, you know, with stand firm and guard. Yeah. Yeah. It just depends on how that team is played as well, basically, because some people really focus on keeping the ball, and some people are just going wild and try to injure everything, you know.
Yeah, it just astounded me because, like I said, it's cool in ReBBL because, like I said, anything goes and no one whines about it. And it's same in Blood and Tears on the PS4. You know, you just get on with it and that's it. It's a game. It's just a game. But I was astounded, and it's still going on. And the fact I come down to is it's not a kill team. I'm just very good at killing shit or injuring shit. But when you're basing me up all the time, you're physically basing an elf up to all my Mighty Blow claw pieces and to my Mighty Blow pieces or whatever else, you're gonna get hair. You can do that to dwarves and they'll rip you a new one. You can do that to most teams. Even if you give a team with no Mighty Blow 50, 60 hits and you're AV7, AV8, there's a good chance you're gonna get broken badly. So I just wanted to see what everybody else thought. What makes a kill team? Let us know. And if anybody messages, we'll bring on the show next week. Right. Okay then. Let's get on with the what's happened since we've gone. So I'm going to just go to week 3. We're just going to go through the scores, and then we'll go into an in-depth on week 4. One thing I will say, major annoyances, let me down with the Triple B ranker last week. I expected to win this week against Zara. Didn't. This is when the myth becomes a reality, because, I know for a fact the week after, when we didn't have any sort of tips or anything, or we didn't have any Triple B bankers, he won. So the only time he wins is when I don't tip him. And that's the sort of problem that gets me in trouble, Mr. Annoyance. People will start believing the myth, the Bernie's curse is real.
He's going to be your annoyance soon. If he.
Well, I don't know. It depends, because if I keep Triple B banking him and he keeps failing, then I'm annoying him because he ain't winning as much as he's annoying me, really, isn't he?
Yeah.
So there you go. Yeah, you see. So he better be good to me. But yeah, it was a great result for Zarek. Obviously, you've helped him and given him a few tips, so it's good to see that. Black Death Buccaneers won 1-0. Really impressed the way they've been playing. Victorian Victory, the Bretts got a good win against the Strengthful Wolf and Barkengard Necro. Really good to see the Elf Bomb put it to the Dark Elves, winning 1-0. Ubisek, aka the Postman, because he always delivers, he beat Kislev Syndrome 2-1. Interesting to see the Assy Rats and Gobs, they got beat 2-1 by New York Pilanders. That's a team I really like the looks of. And Don Blues Bedlam got beat by Winged Adversaries 2-1, so an impressive win for them as well. So there's a few good old solid results in there. So let's go to week 4, and we'll break these down. Starting off with your rat buddy Zarat against the Assy Rats and Goblins. He put up a good show. He ended up going down 2-1. The Rats and Gobs had 68% ball possession, so they've dominated it. They only threw 26 blocks, so you know that's pretty good for Scaring and giving that away. 2 KOs, 3 injuries, 1 kill. In return, Zara did 34 blocks, 5 KOs, and 1 injury.
Well, that's the thing I think about Skaven versus Underworld generally. Like Skaven versus Underworld is an interesting matchup by itself, because like I do feel it depends a lot on the skill of the coach as well. Because there's one more Bestiar heavy team that can actually keep up with the Reds versus the Reds that try to keep them away as well and try to score. It's not an easy game for either of the teams basically. It's always an interesting matchup to see, and I usually think the most experienced coach and the coach that can position the best usually wins this kind of matchup.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised that Musu won this, even though Saryu has been improving lately and he's been practicing in CCO a lot, so that's a good thing. Yeah. But yeah, Musu is kind of a veteran in this kind of thing, and it was an expected result for me.
Yeah. 11 points of XP for Zara and the Rats and Gobs. They did really well. They got themselves a whopping 17 points, so really good. I think the Underworld are going to be there or thereabouts, and it's good to see Zara getting a good draw last week, and then obviously doing very well against the Assy Rats and Gobs as well, so well done to him there. And the Man of Machine return 3-0 against the Lizards. It's very rare you see Chorfs putting 3 TDs, and there's only, I do believe there's only 3 injuries in this game. So, 45 blocks, 3 injuries, that's it, no KOs or anything like that.
Yeah, and that makes the 3-0 result extra special, because like normally you would expect a Rampage going onto the field when you see a 3-0 result for Chaos Wars. But versus these Lizardmen, it wasn't that damaging. So I do expect Uvasek to outplay him a little bit. And yeah, he went on to score 3 touchdowns. It's something you usually only see with teams like Skaven or Wood Elves, that they can put over 3 versus their opponent. But Uvasek has done really well.
Very rare you see Chorfs winning 3-0. Very rare. XP wise as well. He got 20 points as well, did the Man of Machine return. Only 5 for Don Blues Bedlam. But yeah, Yubi's a very, very good coach, and obviously it wouldn't surprise me if the Lizards were trying to play the ball but couldn't. He just said, cheers, thanks for that, and went and scored. But 81% ball possession to 6 tells a big story there. They very rarely had hold of the ball. So I got a feeling it may have been a few. In fact, there's really tells on here, I wonder. Did it tell you about pickups? Oh no, 100% pickups for Don Blues Bedlam, so I stand corrected. I have no idea how he lost 3-0 then. No idea indeed.
Probably left his ball carrier open and then got sacked early. That's yeah.
Well, the Elf Bomb did really, really well the week before, beating some Dark Elves, but unfortunately the Winged Adversaries, the High Elves, were just a bit too good for them, as the Elf Bomb went down 2-1 to the Winged Adversaries. 12 armor breaks for the Winged Adversaries in that, 32 blocks, 5 KOs, 1 injury. Did a pass and catch as well, held the ball 56% of the time. The Elf Bomb, 31% ball possession, again pass catch. But they did alright, 1 KO, 2 injuries, 1 kill, so they actually killed something. So attrition wise, they did pretty well. Just on the day, that just wasn't as good as the High Elves.
That's the thing. Like if you look at the Winged Adversaries, they actually have 5 KOs and 1 injury, so they actually did outbest the Pro Elves in a way.
Yeah.
This is the other Armor 8 versus Armor 7 matchup. Like last week, the Elf Bombs played versus Dark Elves, and it was also kind of a Armor 8 Elf versus Armor 7 Elf matchup.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did win that one, and then they lose this one. This is more of the line of expect to see if what I usually expect with elf versus elf matchups, like mostly the bigger armor one wins.
Yeah.
And yeah, that this time it happened. So yeah, that's all I can say about it, really.
Jem had a good game. He got 9 points, and the Pro Elves altogether got 13 points. Winged adversaries, they got 14 points. So, okay, there. Be interesting to see who they did lose, the High Elves, because they did have an injury and a death pot on them. So that will be interesting. We'll have a look at that shortly. So, right, victory, the Bretts versus the team most impressing me quite a lot at the moment, the New York Palanders. New York Palanders win 1-0. They put 19 arm breaks on them as well. 51 blocks, 1 KO, 4 injuries, and even killed the Brett. I think it was a peasant. 87% ball possession, though. I like to see that sort of numbers, because when I see them sort of numbers, more times than not, you're not going to lose. The Bretts tried the best, 24 blocks, only 1 KO, 1 injury, that's all they could do. I thought the Darkness might help them, obviously didn't help them enough, and New York Palanders is just steamrolling teams at the moment.
Against that amount of mighty blow, it's really hard to keep control as a Bretonian team, because you have to figure out, like, they have a lot of armor 7 on the field as well, and as soon as that's gone, they are at a serious disadvantage.
Yeah, because you can try and screen off your best players with peasants, and they've got Fen, so it's great. The problem is when they've gone, you have to go with your better players.
That's the weirdest thing with Bretonians. Normally you aim to take the hits with the armor 8 and armor 9 players, with the more tankier players in the team, and now you're taking hits with the armor 7 players instead of the armor 8 players. So that's a really weird feeling to have with Bretonians in general. But yeah, versus this kind of matchup, it's just really hard to get something good out of it, especially if the orcs are that developed.
Yeah. Victory then. They got 7 points, so not much at all. New York Palanders, they did quite well. Cal Clutterbuck, I love that name, did his stuff. So altogether 16 points there, so that's not bad. Not bad at all. And a big win for the orcs. Black Death Buccaneers versus Kislev Cinder. When we first did this recording on the Wednesday, this game hadn't been played. Kislev won it, and I was like, wow, that's a big result for them. And then I found out it was an admin win. So I'm hoping it was just like he was on holiday or something, because Black Death Buccaneers had a great chance of making the playoffs this season. So losing that game is a bit of a dagger to the heart.
It's still a big win for the Kislev. It's just.
Oh yeah, but he didn't earn it. He just turned up and it was like, "Here, you can have the win." Yeah, big win for Kislev, But yeah. And then so no point going into that one. Then we've got major annoyances without the triple B banking and wins against Bloody Sinful, who'd lost the week before to the Pro Elves. And this is more like fun annoying. 75% ball possession against 12. He got a passing catch in there, 38 blocks, 5 Ks, 1 injury. He gave away 41 blocks, 6 Ks, 1 injury himself. But this is the more like it. 162 yards of running by the Rats. That's what we want to see.
You know what the ball possession tells me? Like, the ball possession kind of tells me that the Dark Elves scored early. And then the major annoyances managed to score on the same drive as well. And then they just stalled their own half, like their own drive for the win. Yeah. So that's just pretty well done. Just keep it positionally stronger than your opponent, and just win the game like that.
And that's what we've expected from him as a coach and with his teams, his rap teams. So it's good that he got a win. Will that impress me to give him the triple B banker for this week? Hey, we'll find out soon. But yeah.
Actually, now that I remember, I actually watched this game. This is actually what happened. Like, he did score early, and then in the second half, I did remember this one because I did check this. In the second half, he got some problems with scoring the touchdown for himself. But in the end, he started really outbashing the Dark Elves, and that's how he won the game basically. Right. So this was good for Hazard. It's a good win in general, definitely.
And he got some decent. I think the 3 of the guys who scored were all different gut runners, so I presume he'll have some level ups this week. 14 points for him, and 12 points for Bloody Sinful, who'll be looking for a win this week coming. And finally, In Memoriam versus Barkengard, ended up being a 1-1 draw.
And this
you did see this one.
Yeah, this was a really exciting match. Like, this was this was a game where the Undead received first, and they failed a pickup. And then the Necromantic came down with the Werewolf and with the Ghoul, and they started pressuring a lot on the opponent. So it was one big scrimmage for the ball from the start of the match, and it just went back and forth really. Like at one moment you'd think the Undead would push through and be able to form up a cage and just defend it, and then maybe score a touchdown. But at the moment he tried to do that, the Necromantic managed to sack them, and just keep the excitement up. Like just the whole fight there was just all about the ball basically. And in the end, the Necromantic managed to take over the ball and score the 1-0 on the Undead's drive. So you would say the Undeads would be in really deep trouble, and the Necromantic were in a really good position. Second half, the Necromantic received, and then the Undead managed to put one player on his ball carrier, his Edgy 4 Ghoul, and the Edgy 4 Ghoul rolled the double one when he tried to dodge that one.
Awful.
And the ball just landed into a middle area just between Necromantic and Undead, and they started just to fight for that ball again. So this was like two exciting halves of two teams just constantly fighting for the ball, and it was really entertaining to see. Normally you wouldn't expect it with these kind of teams, but it was a really entertaining match to see.
Well, it had 96 blocks, so that was good. I mean, In Memoriam had 43% ball possession, 52 blocks, 3 Ks, 1 injury, and they did kill something. Meanwhile, Barking Guard, 25% ball possession, 44 blocks, 1 K and 1 injury, so obviously In Memoriam got the better of that. A 1-1 draw seems pretty fair, but obviously, like you say, double on the goal, that's always frustrating when it's Agility 4. But it is what it is. 10 points of XP for Memoriam and 11 for the Barking Guard. So, that is that done. Where does it leave the leaderboard? And I'll say this before we do. There's been 2 results already this week gone. So leaderboard will look a bit different. But the main thing is the Man of Machine returns. Ubisek, Case Dwarfs, played 4, won 4. And they're obviously in there, and he'll be really happy to see the Siren or the coach Winged Adversaries drop points this week. So he's played a game extra, but he's still a point behind UBC.
There's only one spot for that playoff position, right? So it's going to be quite a good thing for Uvasek.
Yeah.
Just got to make sure that he keeps winning and that the others lose points, and then he can basically get into the playoffs. But it's still,
if he can win this week. And the Orcs drop points as well, then that would be huge for him. But obviously, Black Death Buccaneers, for whatever reason, they conceded their game this week. They couldn't play it. That hurts them as well. So everything at the moment seems to be going Juve's way. Will it continue? We will see. Right. Time to have a look at what levels and everything, I guess. And we've got us. Oh God. Here, this is where it now becomes a problem, because last time we had them all lovely down, but Don Blues Bedlam has already played again. I'll tell you what happened the week before, though. He had number 2, Singe, missing, and he had number 7 missing, that was Chomp, and number 11, Ducky, was missing. So he had 3 players missing, and 2 of them were Saurus's, and he won. What a result that is. He's got Sarah, who hasn't, who's got level pending, but that was what he got this week. This guy had no level ups. I think what we actually said was it'll be a tough game this week because he's got 3 of his best players out. But he's won it. And obviously he's not going to make the playoffs this season. I think that's fair to say. So it's just about building his team, getting blocked on all his Saurus.
At least he still has our favourite player,
Peter Ceratops. We actually played some music last time, and it was beautiful. The problem is, my children are in bed, and if I played it now, I'd be murdered. But we will probably play it next week, because, we all like a bit of Peter.
We can use it as our intro.
Yeah, then nobody probably be watching us, would they? We will fight for your honour and all that stuff, yes. We will. We will fight for your honour. Obviously, Sharptooth, he rolls a double. Diving tackle. Yeah. But apart from that, he just needs to get this team healthy with standard skills, get block on Olisaurus or wrestle if he wants to go through it, and try and keep Ducky alive and make him into an amazing player. But yeah, so well done on the win. We'll talk about that more next week. It'll be interesting. The that Kera or Sierra, whatever you want to call it, what would you give that? I'd be giving that diving tackle, I think. Number 11. Unless this is a double.
You mean Serra?
Yeah.
Number 10 is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would probably give it diving tackle. Like there's not many match. There's not much other options generally.
No.
And he already has a one turner in Littlefoot and a ball carrier in Ducky basically. So he can just give it diving tackle and make sure to annoy people with it. You know.
Yeah, Littlefoot could become a very good player because they've got access obviously to sprint and sure feet and sidestep on normal rolls. So Littlefoot could be one of those special pieces he uses.
Ducky as well can also be an insane player. Like if you roll stat ups on Skinks, it's also always really good.
I just found out though Wood Elf War Dancers just come in and break them, leap in and break them, so don't get too excited. Nasty Wood Elf War Dancers. But there you go. But yeah, well done anyway on that. Now then, we can get to Viserys. Another team was already played, but going back to last week, what happened? He had number 3 leveled up, Icarus, and he gave that sidestep. Number 5 was called Buzzard. He died. He was an elf catcher with no skills.
Yep.
Number 6, Pamola, how you want to pronounce it, got blocks. So it's now got blodge. And number 11, Lamasu, leveled up and got dodge as well. I think this team is a no-frills team. It has the skills it needs to be competitive in this league. He's playing them very well. He's still got a very good record. I think it's 3 wins, 2 draws. Lost none.
It's actually a quite good record if you think that high health only get really effective when they get high TV. You know, like you first got to get the basic skills up, like dodge and block, and then you can actually develop them into what you want to do with them. So like it still needs a long way to go in development, but he's not losing any games quickly. So that's a good signal.
Yeah, I'm really impressed the way this coach has played. I think it'd be a bit frustrated he drew this week. Like I say, in most other seasons, this guy would probably just maybe win away with the league, but he's got a few very good coaches with him in this low level of Division 5, and obviously Juvesek's a bit of a monster. Doesn't know how to lose, does he, that guy?
Well, they still play against each other, so maybe he can get a result.
He's just got to keep it close, hasn't he? But the winged adversary is very, very good. Another team what really impressed me, who haven't played this week yet, is the New York Palanders, and they've just seen the Elves drop some points, so they'll be hoping to take over them. And the week just gone, did he get any level ups? I've got a feeling he did. Number 3 leveled up. Matthew Barzell, he got tackled, so I like that choice. And number 9, I love the name of this guy, Carl Clutterbuck. He got blocked. So 3 of his 4 Blackhawks have got blocked. One of them's got guard. Leader on the thrower. I never use like leader, but I see because he's only got 2 rerolls. Because he's got a troll. It's building nicely, and it's good to have 2 blitzers with my blow tackle, so one can go out the side for all them pesky elves and that.
It's quite TV effective for what he has, and it's a really good looking team generally. It's our favorite hockey team, isn't it, Bernie?
Well, yeah, you say, yeah. I mean, I like ice hockey because they scrap a lot, and they put them into the window. What they call like the plastic windows and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, pitch brawls, and you see the refs trying to pull them apart, and it's great, absolutely great. But yeah, I really don't know the names of them, to be honest. Wayne Gretzky, I know that guy. You know, and I know the Mighty Ducks. Quack, quack, quack. Go Ducks! You know, they were awesome. Flying V, gotta love it. But yeah, good team. Really impressed with this team. Good coach. Can't wait to see what happens. Maybe you will be honoured with the Triple B banker this week.
Could definitely happen.
Could do. Kislev Syndrome then. They didn't play, did they? They just got an admin win. I don't think anything levelled up. So, not really much we can say about them this week. Apart from, nice that number 10's got guard.
Yeah. This is our favorite group of serial killers, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I'm surprised. I want to see a lap dancing one, because it'll be just you on there, won't it? Crystal, God. Mr. Sexy Hunter. Yeah. It'd be great. But I mean, there's not much we can say about this team yet. It's developing nice. I tell you what I do like though. Number 11, number 12, number 13 all have wrestle. My opinion with Kislev, and yes, I don't play Kislev much, is that everyone should be trying to get the ball loose for the catchers to say thanks for the ball, I'm going to go and score now. I think block on Lyman is just, unless you've got guard, what he's done with that. You've got to get the ball loose. The ball's going to be on the floor, and if you get the ball on the floor, obviously your John Wayne gracefully and Early Leapson should be able to get the ball and take it to the house. The blitzers, yeah, I can sort of understand why I'd go block with them. That they're a bit different, but I think all linemen should have wrestle, because hey,
Yeah,
you don't mind slinging them into a cage if they die. The lineman, who gives a fuck about linemen?
It's generally what you do with Kislev.
Yeah.
Like I've been playing them for a few seasons. I just play them a little bit differently because I aim to get like 3 or 4 catches, and this team only has 2 catches. So like I play a bit of a different playstyle, but it's the same thing as you say. Like you just pick up wrestle on the linemen and block on the blitzers.
I always love it when a catcher gets guard, because you jump in on 2+, and then you just go, yeah, 2 die, woo, most of the time.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see how this team goes, but they got a nice free win. Everyone likes a free win, you know, especially when it's against Chaos. So be able to see how he does this week. I don't think he's played this week, has he? No, he hasn't, and that was the only win he's got so far. So that's a definite good boost for him. And bloody Simfo, well, they've not had great things over the last few weeks, getting a few losses. Did they get any level ups or anything? First of all, let me just have a look at my little book. Number 2 leveled up, Norrell, he got dodge. Number 10 leveled up, Tellane, he got guard, so that's beautiful. And number 11, Bannonen, or what we're going to call him, he got dodge. So, this team looks good, they're just not delivering.
You could say, you could definitely say that. Like, it looks like a really healthy development with the 2 guards there and with the strength up.
I mean, he started well. They got 2 wins straight off the bat, and they've lost the last 2. So it's really about getting that momentum back for this team.
Yeah.
He's got a piece of guard in there now. What's good? Obviously, his blitz has got mighty blow, and the others have got blodge, and one's got tackle, leader on the runner, and stuff like that. Strength for linemen. So there's enough there, isn't it? There's enough there for building blocks. And like I said, the first season into which are a problem because, hey, if you do well, you get slung right up into the high divisions and get broken. So play it cool and try and get to Division 4 and then keep building. That's the way I would recommend teams like this to do. But it's certainly got a nice building block, hasn't it? A really nice building block to go from. So hopefully they'll go from strength to strength, hopefully.
Hopefully they'll just level up a little bit, get some more sidestep, get some more positional skills, and then they're gonna be a real threat. So I think, like you said, this team needs another season, and then we're gonna look forward to them really winning games and picking up games. Yeah,
absolutely. Right then, so we're now on to Barkengard, another team who's played, I do believe, this week. Just double check. 1-1 with winged adversaries. So that's a great draw for this lot because the high ups have been doing really, really well. Did they do any level ups the week before? Number 8 leveled up, Sadie, and he gave him block. So that's really important because it's agility 4P, so he's now got blodge. So that is good. And number 10, can we pronounce this? He was a zombie. He had no levels. He's dead, Jim. It's a good team, and he's starting to get a bit of momentum,
Yeah.
And, Saxon, the strength 4 Wolf, beautiful if he could get another level shortly. But that goal's important as well.
But also, that definitely, like I wanted to say, like Sadie is also a really, really good addition to the team, and he already has like a great base to definitely win some matches. A strength for werewolf is just adds so much value with his frenzy, and it's blitzing in and that kind of thing, so it's definitely looking good for him.
Got a couple of guard pieces. Golems have got block. His wolves have got block. Strength on the best piece, and and Sadie, the ball carrier, got agility as well. Everything's going well for him, and all of a sudden now he's getting a bit of form. So he's a team to watch out for because he had a rough start. He got beat by Bloody Sinful, got beat by AC Rats and Gobs, and he got beat by the Bretts of Victorian Victory. So it was a rough start. But now he's got 2 draws and maybe he'll be able to build a line and try and get his first win. So we will see. In Memoriam, they lost to the Lizards this week. Would have seen that coming. Oh, God, and it looks a bit bad for that Woody, who's lost movement. That happened obviously the week just gone. The week before, though, let's have a look. Did they have any issues? No, they had nothing. They had no levels, no injuries or anything. So obviously that's a big blow with that goal. And I think we've said he's got 3 blodge goals. Where's
Yeah,
the
so
wrestle?
now's the perfect reason to just sack the goal and get another goal with wrestle.
At least it wasn't the ball handling goal what got busted.
Yeah.
A break tackle mummy is always useful. A strength for White is always nice, and he's got 3 mighty blow already, so that is pretty decent as well. Yeah, doing all right. I didn't see him getting beat by Lizards, I'll be honest. But again, no tackle in this team yet, so obviously the Skinks, would have probably survived a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
And obviously it depends when he lost that goal as well. But we'll talk about the team again next week. But yeah, he needs something what can get the ball loose. That's what he's lacking at the moment.
Yeah, so it's not the end of the world that kind of thing happened. Might actually help him a little bit in that sense.
Yeah.
So
Right,
we'll
major annoyances. The week before, they did have level ups. I know that for a fact. Let me have a look at what they had. Number 5, Hurricane leveled up, and he
Yep.
and he got block. He's leveled again. Jesus. So he's actually leveled again. So but he got block.
this is what happens with gutter runners, Bernie.
Yeah, I know. I'm not used to seeing loads of TDs. Number 7, Tornado, he got levelled up and he got wrestled, but something's happened to him as well. I'll look in a minute. In fact, we know what. Look in a minute because that'll be for next week. And number 6, Tazami, he got an MNG.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they haven't played this week, have they? That's why I'm getting confused with. Sorry, yeah. So all these are actually, yeah, I'm just sorry. I've been at work. I played 7:30 in the morning, got my kids to school, went to work for 9 hours, come back, knackered. Forgive me, my head's not really there.
Okay, Bernie.
I know. And I'm old. Don't forget I'm old.
Yeah.
So Sazami's MNG, Hurricane under his level. He's obviously waiting for my knowledge, not hunters, my knowledge of rats. Be interested to see what he does. What if he's got a double? What would you go for? And if he isn't a double hunter, what would you take on Hurricane?
Like if you get a double, there's tons of options you can get. You can get big hands, you can get guards, you can get something like 2 heads is even still viable, but extra arms is also an option. You have so many options if you get a double, so it kind of depends on what he wants really. I can't really advise him on a double.
All right, what would you take if it was your team?
If it was my team, well, generally, like I have a strong belief in big hand generally, so I usually want to pick that up just to make sure my pickups are all right.
But that's on a double. If it's a single,
Sidestep generally in this situation.
Right. Okay.
What would you pick up?
I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. It's rats.
Really?
I have no idea. It's really weird because I don't get really excited with gut runners unless they have wrestle. Because I'm like, ooh, let's build it to get the ball loose because that's what I like to do with rats. I don't like blodge gut runners. They're just vanilla. They're just. I mean, number 4, I'd be a bit more excited because he's got agility. But number 5, to me, he's like the sort of guy who tags around with you.
Well, that's what he can also do. He can also get big hand on number 4 and also get leap, so that could be his ball retriever. And then what he could do with number 5, like he could get sidestep on him. And what I usually take is shadowing next.
Oh,
so you can sidestep shadowing.
Pure filth.
It's a lot of fun. It's like 9 movement, and he's just gonna chase the ball carrier everywhere he wants to. Like it's. So that's a lot of that's a great skill to get on a gutter runner for me personally.
Yeah.
And
he's 2 Storm Vermin are really good as well, Mighty Blow. He's like, please give me claw, please give me claw. Please let me be looking like Hunter who gets 2 claw pommers.
Though it's not the end of the world if he rolls a normal, because you can always get guard or something on one of the two and
And
get him in
it's
more.
awkward because I see my impulse would be tackle.
Yeah, could also be an option. Like you build storm vermins in two different ways as well. Like you can build them in a killer way, like you said, like with piling on and claw and that kind of bullshit, you know. And you can get him as a support, and then you get guard on him and tackle and stand firm and that kind of thing. So you can there's two different ways to build them. And the support way is just a way of making sure that some other red can come in and hit something way easier. So that's pretty that's pretty viable as well. But he already has a guard line red as well, so that's good. So he might go a bit more aggressive with the storm vermin.
Yeah, it's a nice team, and obviously Tornado has strength, so he's strength 3. If I roll a double, it'd be really tough on him because I'd be thinking horns or 2 heads. Oh, that'd be so. I don't know.
Yeah, I would generally go for 2 heads than on a double, because just because of the movability, and then just being a way better ball sacker, you know.
Yeah, but you see what I would have done. I would have gone horns, and then next level go leap. Blitzing.
That's also
leaping on 3+, strength 4, motherfucker. Wrestle, boom. Give me that ball now.
It's also definitely an option. Like
it might get the boot with the crap, and it might die, but you'll remember if I get that ball loose and winning the game. You know.
Yeah.
Players can be replaced. Wins cannot. Remember that. Yes. Anyway.
Escaping way of life.
Tell you what, if I triple V bank you this week, Major Alliance, Mr. Hazard, you better bloody win. You better bloody win. And I think I've got stocks in you. Bloody.
Yeah, me too.
As Craig would say, you're fucking with my shares. And his. Black Death Buccaneers. Yeah. Didn't play this week. Boo. Maybe he has a real life and went on holiday. Yay. I don't know. Hopefully he's back next week. Hopefully.
He actually went outside.
Yeah, he probably did.
Like he's a better person than us, so he went outside and then.
Well, I go outside, but that's just to go to work, so that doesn't really count, does it? Nothing we can say about this team apart from he started off really, really well. I'm devastated he had a week off, because if he'd have won, he'd been right up there with everybody else. But hopefully he'll be back next week. He's got some nice pieces there. Walfagors, strength 4 might blow. Block next, then claw maybe, I don't know. But he's got a ball carrier number 10, but not much we can say because they didn't play. So we'll skip on with them and pray he comes back next week. Victorian victory, vive la France, the French are back. What happened to them little buggers? Let's have a look. Number 6, Dijora, he got a -1 AV. And number 11, who was called Gilbert, what a lovely name, he was a peasant. Guess what? He's dead, Jim. Very dead. No level ups, so a bit of a rough week. The Oaks give him a beating, killed the peasant, made another blocker just about useless. So not a good day at the office for Victorian victory, but they don't care. No one's bothered about a peasant. Plenty of them. Go, the wrestle piece. Liz, it was only a level 1, but they are quite expensive to be fair.
He's got a deep enough bank, so it's not too much.
He's got money. He can make it rain. So he'll be fine. He's got movement on Gascoigne, and then obviously might blow on Kovo, and then obviously a blodge sidestepper on I can't pronounce that number 2. Is it Dowd? Dude looks like a leader.
Let's just call it dude.
Dude. Yeah, and he's got Dare Player as well, so it's getting there. Again, don't beat yourself up too much about not making the playoffs. Just try and level what you can and go from there. Right, page 2, the Elf Bomb. We like the Elf Bomb. Watch your profanity, yeah, boy. The Elf Bomb, what happened to these buggers? Number 6, Jeb. He was a bit of a greedy monkey last week. He got 9 XP and he just took it all. And he got dodge. So yeah, I like dodge first before block on catches, because obviously he'd be dodging away a lot. So that makes a lot of sense. Hopefully Jeb can be a superstar in the future of this team's rebel journey. Freeman the second, he's got movement 9 already. And Pog, what a name, Pog. What the fuck is Pog? It could be worse, it could be Pug, I guess. He's a blood catcher. And he's also got Daniel, who's got a nice bit of mighty blow on the blitzer there as well. It's good to see the team healthy. It won't last though. I'll tell that, Triago. It will not last. But as it is now, enjoy it. Take a few photos of this team, like they're your family, and remember how they looked. Because in a few seasons' time, they'll look like they've been run over and reversed repeatedly.
I'm always a little bit jealous about Pro Elf and High Elf catches in general because of that sick amount of movement and then the strength 3 on it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of insane, isn't it, compared to a gutter runner?
Yeah.
And then also the catch to solidly catch the ball. It's just not normal. But yeah, great team so far, and hopefully it can stay intact a little bit longer.
Yeah. I want these to do well. I love them. Keep winning. Oh, now then, here we go then. Brum brum brum. The mining machine return, aka the postman, because he always delivers, doesn't lose. What is losing? He doesn't even know what losing is. Does UV? This is pure filth. I'm glad they're doing well though, because I do believe I tipped them to win it all. If I didn't, I'm going to lie and say I did. The Mana Machine returns. Number 1, leveled up. Tank Haw Bull Tank. He got break tackle. Number 5, oh my god. Varric Ironback. He got guard. Number 6, Marhak Dying Feet got guard as well. He's got a lot of might blow, he's got some guard, he's got strength on his hobgoblin, and agility on the other hobgoblin, he's got strength 5 and a bull. Where were my bloody rolls in my first division? I didn't get any of this, and you didn't get any of your bloody shit as well.
No, that's true. And it's looking insanely good.
UV. I don't know what he's doing, but I wish I could.
The only thing I would generally say, it is getting a little bit bloaty in TV at the moment, so he might run into a wizard or two. From the division, so yeah, it kind of depends on how he handles that. If he can continue winning the games, but
I tell you what, though, I'm going to play devil's advocate here. It's all great. He's winning games. Yeah, he's doing what he does. We know UV. Mm-hmm. This is what he does. But if he finishes top, all this hard work could be just undone by running into a kill team or something who just goes, nice team, mate, bang, splat.
But then you still have to think that generally you kind of play these kind of teams to actually hope to get into the playoffs to win it all.
This team's not good enough to win it all.
Well, maybe.
It's not. Like, UV's a great coach, but he will not win with his team. UV, if you do win, 50-50, mate. It will not win. You can even do like a little soundbite if you win it now. You will not win. I don't think it will, unless this team develops and gets a lot of claw and stuff. I think it'll get mullered in the playoffs because it's not ready. Trust me, I know through experience.
Yeah, okay, but then you get one game of bullshit you have to go through.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't think he can win it, but he's good enough to get through a few teams, especially if they don't know what they're doing. But as he progresses, he may bump into a few claw, he might lose a few players as he goes on his journey. And if he doesn't win it, what does he get for it? He gets a, well done, mate, you did great. Division 2, there you go. And then it just gets busted. So, I'm just saying how it works.
I'm also sitting in Division 2 now, and I'm not.
Yeah, but you obviously, you're obviously good buddies with the admins or something because you get the easy divisions, don't you? The less killer divisions. Please, sir, can I be in the division with no killing? Yes, of course you can, Hunter. You superstar. You know what it's going to cost you? Yes, I know. I'm going to have to do sexy lap dances for you admins. I can do that. We know what you do to get the nice divisions. I would try, but I don't think my dad bothered do such a good moves like you do.
I can't generally complain. That's true.
It's true. We all know it's true. It's disgustingly bent.
It's like there's a conspiracy against people that move from Gman to ReBBL. Like there's some conspiracy going on against them that they get into the hard divisions, right?
Well, I think what it was, and this bent's not a very good word. Corrupt. I don't want anyone saying, "Oh my God, he's bringing nasty words in." I'll change it to corrupt. It's funny, isn't it? Because I'm a PS4 coach, and in the when I first played in the first division, what should be, an easy division, I ended up with this fucker with me, Hunter. Well, obviously he's a very, very good coach, and a few other very good coaches. I then got bumped up, and I had to play, what was Bleeding Hippies team? Snow, what was it, the Snow White and the Chorfs or whatever they were. So there was a kill team. I also played Tessa, who won the Challenge Cup, or the Civic Cup, whatever you want to call it. I played him, where we had about 4 players left on either side. That was hilarious. That was when play-ins were about. I won that one as well. Yeah. So I got bumped to Division 3, and I was like, nah, man, this is no good. This is ridiculous. And everything went against me. But I still won 7, drew 6, didn't make the playoffs. Only I could do that. And because of work, I had to go to ReBBL. Not Gman, and I got thanked with the Achilles division in the ReBBL, and it would just be nice. I know it's selfish, but it'd be nice for one season for me to look at my group and go, oh, I've got a chance in this group. That's all I want. You know what Hunter gets every season. I want some of that. But I can't lap dance as good as him. If I lap dance, all my belly'd flub and wob about, and everyone would like run away. So I don't have that power like Hunter does. So what do? I curse them with a Bernie's curse. That's what I'll do. But yeah, I mean, I don't want to be negative because I love Juvie, and we've got to get Juvie back on the show. But that's a word of warning, mate. We know you got a really good chance of winning this league, but will winning it kill the team? That is the question.
Just keep going, Yuffie, and worry about the rest later. That's
I want him to win the league because I think I've tipped him to win it all. So yeah, absolutely. But that I'm just playing devil's advocate. For people who are trying to win it and might not win it and they'll feel sad, I'm trying to make them happy by going, you know what? Maybe not making the playoffs in your first season is probably good, because I joined that tipping competition last season, and that made me watch a lot of the games, and the amount of really good teams where just got wrecked. I was sat gutted I didn't make the playoffs. By the end of it, I was like, thank God I didn't make the playoffs, because I'd have just got wrecked. I mean, I've been wrecked now anyway, but I'd have just got wrecked. So making the playoffs can really destroy your team. That's what you've got to be wary of. And I believe the problem is I'll never throw a game. That's the problem. I'll always try and win, and I think most people do that. So, but sometimes you just sort of think, well, you know what? When my team's not ready, I won't mind if I lose a few, if I get the level ups I need. And that's my only concern with this team. If we come to the playoffs and he's got, a few claw pommers, he's got loads more guards, and his ball carry is a bit more better, then yeah, of course he'll have a better chance. But I'm jealous because this team looks amazing for what level he's played. But hey, good luck, Juvie.
Yep.
We love you. You're an amazing friend. Yes, we are biased, but he is a very, very good coach. And don't forget, you owe me 50 quid now, Juvie. Right, so that's Juvie out the way. Did we actually talk about his team? Probably. If not, we'll talk against it next week. And here's the guy who Hunter loves, Misu.
Isn't Misu on your team, by the way, or am I mistaken now on your clan?
No, he's not. No, he's not one of my guys.
He's not one of your guys.
It'd be embarrassing if he was. Wouldn't it? It'd be embarrassing if he was. Don't know who this guy is. Is your teammate, Bernie? Shit. Apparently, I've got a really good matchup this week in ReBBL. In ReBBL Clan, after getting diced off the planet last week. I'm against Random Boy, the guy who never lost with vampires.
Very easy game.
He's playing Chorfs. Yeah, marvellous. And I'm playing Negel. I've only got 3 Negel warriors. Yeah, that's going to work out well. Random Boy, yeah, of course. So yeah, that's going to be fun as well. But Misu, really impressed with what he's done with so little. And he's obviously a very, very good coach. We know that. And he'll be there or thereabouts. I don't think he'll make the playoffs if there's only one spot, but I would imagine he'll be in the top 4. And again, he'll be looking for development, get some claw and then blitzers. That's what I want. Interesting. I mean, he's done better than me. He went for tackle on that blitzer, and I'd be like, claw, give me claw. And he went,
for an underworld team that's still in its early stages, because this is still very early stages. He's doing quite well. Like you'd expect him to lose more games than he's losing at the moment, but he's really winning his game, so that's a good signal.
Yeah, he's a really, really good coach. No doubt
Yeah.
about that. No injuries, no level ups this week. So everything was all good, all golden. So he'll be happy with that. But yeah, I mean, I'm really excited to see how he goes. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. He's got a ball player. He's got 3 mighty blow pieces. He's got a claw piece. He may get claw on number 15, or he might go tackle again. Either way, they're both good choices. And he should, you know, get some more wins. Finally, Zarat then. The other rat team. Anything happened to those? I think it did, but I'll just double check. Number 10 was called El Chorizo Tenor or something. Well, he's dead. He was a Lano. And number 13 leveled up, who was El Canita Fiesta, and he got block. So he's a strength 3 gut runner. He's got 2 strength 3 gut runners, so that's good. Not really much else to say about the team, apart from obviously he's starting to improve as a player by the looks of it, and he's getting a lot more competitive. What's good to see. That's what we mean. Kind of always like to see. Hunter's like the rat whisperer. You know, he whispers in your ear, and all of a sudden you get amazing. And that's when, if I ever go rat, he'll be whispering in my ear. Hopefully, in a non-sexy, way. I'll say.
Hopefully you'll get his level ups as well, because like having 2 strength gutter runners is just strength of gutter runners is just insane, isn't it?
I'm an easy man to please. I am an easy man to please. Give me 1 turner so I don't have to think, and claw, parallel, and plumbers, and I'll be happy. I don't want much. You can keep your strength 3s and all that. Just give me some a point and click. Probably agility 5 would be nice as well, and some plumbers, and maybe 16 players. That's all I want. Few data players, no problem.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Don't want to think too much. But yeah, I mean, it's good. It's good that he's doing well. He's got wrestle on the lineman, wrestle and gut runner. I like the way he's picking his thing. I think all linemen on a Skaven team should have wrestle, because 1, it'll probably save them in the long run because they're on the floor, and 2, if they throw a block and he can wrestle them down, it opens up gaps for the gut runners to go and do their thing.
Yeah, I would say like most of them will get wrestle, and some of them get blocked to get some balance into it.
That's what you Stormbear there for.
Yeah, that's true. But like you can build them in different ways as well, and having a little bit of block to close off some lines as well can be a little bit helpful. So mostly get wrestle. 1 or 2 players getting block isn't a bad thing generally. Personally, I like to mix it up a little bit, so it depends on.
He likes to mix it up. I just like wrestle. What do I know? But again, I'm really interested to see how this guy does. But I definitely would stack number 3, strength 2. Come on, man. You know, he's not going to be going against Tiddlywinks. You know, get rid of him. Tell him, Hunter, get rid of him. It's a waste of.
Yeah, yes, he has enough money, so he can just get rid of him for sure.
The Rat King has spoken. Kill number 3. Eat him if you want. I don't really care what you do with him. Anyway, that's that done. That's them all done. We haven't had a power cut this time. Thank fuck for that. Now we come to the lucky bit. This is the bit everybody is just so excited about. Where are the bankers going to go? They love it. They absolutely love it, don't they?
We're not done with the recap, by the way. So if you get a power out just now, we still lose the foul.
I will quit if we have another power cut. I'll be like, that's it. This division's cursed. I've had enough. Yubi's going to win it. I'm off. See ya. There you go. Don't need any more recaps. Done. I will. The thing is, as well, we got quite far into it as well, didn't we? That's what pissed me off. If it up at the beginning, it wouldn't be such a problem. But yeah, hey, it is what it is. Right. Okay then. So this is the pressure. I'm looking, and I can see the Mana Machine return, and I can see major annoyances as well. Oh, will they get it? Or will New York Polanders get it as well? And obviously, what do they call your banker again?
The Red King's Crown.
Yeah, nobody's bothered about that one. They only want to know.
Yeah, no, but nobody cares. like they're like Crystal can fuck up. We all want to know fuck off, and we all want to know who Bernie is cursing. You know.
Yeah, it's like Rat King's cool. Rat Hunter's a nice guy. He won't curse us. That other fuckwit though. That twat, he can destroy our teams. I can make them walk away. We actually made a team walk away in the other recap. Not nastily, he just was like, We both put our banker, me and Quiggy put our banker on his opponent, and he was like, fuck that shit, I'm not turning up, and quit. So yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you serious now?
Yeah!
Is this actually...
That's Quiggy! We actually said on our recap, we both put the same banker in, and it's really scary because both of us, we both have our bankers, and we both wait for the same thing every week, and they all win all the time, and this guy just was like, fuck this shit, and he's not with us anymore. So, yeah, it's not
yeah, I'm gonna ask you after the show what the guy's name is.
I can't remember. Ask Quiggy. Quiggy's a young, intelligent man. He'll tell you who he was. But yeah, it wasn't nothing nasty. He just thought it was funny. But yeah, anyway, here we go then. We have 3, 4, 5 games. Oh, who's gonna get the bankers? Let's find out. Kislev Syndrome, who got a win by a walkover against the Rats. Who wins this one?
I'm gonna put a Red King's crown on the draw. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's gonna be a draw.
Really? Okay. Do you think your Rat Whispering can get it for Zara then? No.
Yeah, I think he can get some kind of result out of it. The Kislev are always tough to play against generally, but I do expect Sarah to be. He's actually in a position where he's slowly improving.
Yeah.
You can see it in the results he's getting. So. Yeah. I do see him squeezing out the draw here.
Okay. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to go for Zarat to win. Kislev got a win last week, and it's not his fault, like, the game wasn't played, but until he wins a game, I can't back him. I don't know if Zarat's won a game, but he has shown improvement. So, Rats, I think, can get it done, so I'm going to go for the Rats.
There you go. So that's 2 guys that I kind of expect him to get something out of it at least. And
yeah. So now everybody buy shares in Kislev Syndrome because he'll probably win 3-0. Bloody Sinful versus New York Palanders. Who wins this one?
Yeah, I gotta say I already gotta use the Red King's crown here because I think the New York Palanders are so far developed, doing so well. They're gonna win this one. They're gonna keep the division exciting just by winning this one.
Okay.
It's that simple, really.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Triple B Banker, your welcome goes to New York Palanders. You got both bankers this week, buddy. Yeah. Now, I will tell you why I've gone for the Orcs. The Mighty Machine Return would get the banker, but I don't know what the story is with Black Death Buccaneers. So I don't want to do a banker where it could be an admin win. I can't trust Major Annoyance, basically because he's against a really, really good team. So that's a really hard one to call. Mm-hmm. But Bloody Sinful won the first 2, lost to the last 2, so they haven't got the momentum. They're on a bit of a bad run where the Palanders are just running over everybody. So I was like, oh, I'm going to go for this one. Hopefully, you'll go for something else. But no, we're both going for the same one. So I agree with you. I think it wouldn't be the biggest surprise if Bloody Sinful picked something out of this. But on form and the builds, I like the Orcs in this. I think the Orcs can break a few elves.
It's just a really scary Orc team, no matter what kind of race you're playing against.
I don't think it's scary. I just think it's well built.
Yeah.
I wouldn't lose any sleep over it. But the coach is very, very good. He knows how to get. He gets a good tune from them. I think he'll get a positive win this week, and hopefully. I think all the Triple Bs have failed so far.
Yeah.
But then, to be fair, they've all been on Major Annoyance, so I'm blaming him.
Okay. So we just gotta make sure now he doesn't quit the league and leave us now.
Oh, Bloody Sinful. He's made of stone and stuff.
No, the New York Palanders guy, because we just put a Triple B banker in.
Yeah, but on our other recap, he wasn't the one who left. It was the guy who was playing who left. It wasn't the guy we tipped. It was like, wow, man, 2 bankers.
The other guy.
Yeah, it was the other guy who was like, mate, what's the point with playing? I can't play this guy and have the lucky charm of the Triple B banker.
And did he actually say that in a chat to you guys, or
well,
what?
It might have not gone down like that, but it sounded like that, sort of. That's squeaky. It sounds better than fuck this shit, I'm leaving. But it is a true story. We tipped his opponent, we both tipped him, and then he left the next week, and Quiggy said, oh wow, our bankers are so powerful that if we tip you, the opponent not only gives you the free win, he leaves the league. And it was. See, you don't watch my recap. We actually talked about it on the recap of 40. We actually talked about it, so it's all on there if anyone wants to talk about it. We had a good laugh about it. Unlike us two, who can't pick a banker winner at all, me and Quiggy got every single one right so far. I don't know if we've got the one right this week, but yeah, that's basically what happened. So
with us, it's just tradition to be wrong nowadays. Yeah. So
at least we're consistent. We're consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
Personally, I don't think our tips are cursed. I blame the coach. We pick the right teams, just that the coach fails. That's the way I look at it. So anyway, your plan does get it done. Now this next one's a tough one. Will Major Lions get it done, or will the Underworld, the Assy Rats and Gobs get it done? Hunter, where's your money on this one?
Tough call, isn't it?
It
man.
Is. I feel like... I tell you what, I
seen...
feel like... I don't know if you ever watched Batman. You know Harvey Dent, Two-Face, where he has that coin, doesn't he? He has that coin, he flicks it in the air, and it lands, and he decides who to pick on that basis. I think that's what I should do this week. Should be a bit Harvey Dent Two-Faced.
You know that Assy Reds have played Reds before this game, and they actually won that game, so that's saying something.
They have, but it's Blood Bowl.
Yet again, like, knowing Hazard makes a result out of tough matches, it's gonna be quite something.
Mm-hmm. So
I can choose. I'm gonna go for a draw here. I can't really choose.
Sit on the fence, right? Okay, I'm gonna be my Harvey Dent. I'm gonna be Two-Face. Who should get heads and who should get tails? Heads will go to Major Annoyances, and the tails will go to the Underworld. I'm gonna flick my coin now. 1, 2, 3. Up in the air it goes. I count it, and the winner of this round will be Major Annoyance. He will be the Underworld because the coin says so.
And you're a winner because you actually caught a coin in the air there. Impressive.
It was a 2p piece. 2p piece he used. Splash of the cash. Obviously, if Hunter did it, he would get a big wad of notes and just make it rain. Whichever one he caught in his pants, he would decide. If I catch one in my pants, the Underworld will win. If I catch 2 or more, it's the Rats. So yeah, but I'm not as rich as him, so I'll go along with my 2p piece. Black Death Buccaneers, the Mana Machines. I'm not going to ask you. I'm going to say the Mana Machines win this 2-3-4-0 if he turns up. Who do you think will win?
Yeah, Yuvisek is on a roll, so I can't really vote against him, can I? So he's going to win this one.
Victorian victory. The Bretts versus motherfuckers. The Elf Bombs. Who wins this one?
I can kind of see. Well, it's gonna be so tough for the Bretonians, but I do want them to get some result out of it.
See, if I'm the Bretts, I'm gonna stamp on the Elf Bomb.
Yeah, that's true. But like, if you look at the development of the Elf Bomb, it's quite good. So I'm gonna say
it's all right. It depends how the Bretts play it.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a draw again.
Oh, you are boring this week. I'm gonna draw this. I'm gonna draw that.
Yeah, sorry.
See, when he's not a lap dancer, the other thing he does, he draws nude models. So he's obviously been to one of those, and he's come back, and he's just basically got draw on demand. I'm just going to look at the TV difference. And obviously, I'm blind as it back, because I can't see it. Who's the Elf Bombers? Where are they? 14-20. Let's have a look. Oh, we've got 12 players, though. Fucking hell. Oh, God,
it's gonna be.
I'm trying my best to pick the Brettsy for some reason. I'm thinking buy a Brab, stamp.
Yeah, I know. I do want them to get some result. Like I said, but it's so hard to bet against the Elves in.
Yeah, all right. I'm gonna go with the Elves as well because if they lose, I'm gonna blame you. Did you go for a draw on this anyway?
Yeah, I went for a draw. I said like he's gonna get some sort of result.
Alright, I'm gonna make myself look absolutely stupid like you always do. Right, take 2. It's Victorian victory versus the Elf Bomb. This is an easy win for the Elf Bomb. They're gonna fuck up the Victorian victory. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-0. It ain't a contest. The Elf Bomb win it, and the Bretts go back to cry to the mama. So there you go. Elf Bomb wins. That's all I've got to say about it. So,
Excellent.
New York Commanders, you're welcome. You're very, very welcome. You don't need to send us any cash or anything else. You know, you've earned both the bankers this week. You've earned both the bankers, so well done to them. Good luck to everybody else who hasn't played this week. I hope you're all enjoying Blood Bowl life. My biggest apology is that obviously we couldn't do your recap last week. That should be the only one we miss. Like I said, it was frustrating that we had the blackout or the electric out, whatever you want to call it, because we did go into a bit more detail. But saying that, we still do long shows anyway, don't we, Hunt? Really, compared to
generally we do, but like with the whole power outages, we kind of felt a little bit. It just takes a hammer to our energy for doing the whole recap
it's still,
in
I
itself.
think, a long one, though, isn't it? I mean, how long we going?
It is pretty long. It is pretty long. But next week I'm gonna try to plan in some reviews of the games and that kind of thing. So actually gonna look.
I mean, luckily next week, I'm off Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so that's a beautiful bit, so I can get the recap done quite easily.
There you go.
We won't have a problem unless we have a power cut. I mean, it's the only power cut we've ever had, so typically that's happened when I was doing a recap.
So let's make sure we get someone on the show as well.
UV, you're usually quite solid. You get yourself there. Hazard, you better come on the show. You blown away two my bloody my bankers already. You're the sort of coach who's going to make people believe that my tips are scarce and not.
Well, I'm generally quite interested in Hazard because we've been talking about him for about true, and we've been talking about him for almost 2 seasons now.
Anybody's more than welcome to come on the show. I know, obviously, Hunter would like Missu on the show. He's got posters he runs.
But anyone, even like it doesn't matter who it is. Like we can always make a show out of it, and we can have tons of fun. So
we always have a lot of fun when we have our guests on. We always have. We've always people always enjoy it, and you get to kick Hunter's ass as well. What's always good. So don't we win the battle of the coaches? Or what is it? Challenge Hunter. He loves getting challenged. He'll win one. He'll win one eventually, one of these days. But anyway, that's us done. Thanks again. The recap hopefully will go out next Wednesday as well. Take care, guys. Have a lot of fun, and me and Hunter will see you next week. Bye bye from me, and
see you next week, guys.
Perfect. See you later, guys. Take care. Go the Orcs.